In one of the desolate deserts where the sun rises with scorching heat, there was an unknown knight dressed in black, hiding his features with a veil that wrapped around him like the darkness of night. He roamed that land with his horse, his breaths carrying flames of courage, and his eyes gleaming like swords. No one knew this mysterious knight. He appeared on the battlefield like a ghost, swift as a storm. Known as the Black Knight, he fought alongside them and sometimes led them skillfully in the heart of the battle, his voice soft but captivating, his hand steady when holding the sword. One day, during an intense confrontation with the Roman legions, the soldiers faced a ruthless, merciless enemy. Amidst the destruction and bloodshed, the Black Knight's sword shone brightly, and he charged alone towards the Roman ranks, as if he had come from another world. The enemies retreated, fear filling their hearts, some even believing this warrior was not human. The commanders noticed and closely watched him during the battle, fearing his boldness would lead to his demise. They began to wonder who this brave, strong knight was, but no one knew. After the battle, Khalid ibn al-Walid approached him and asked for his identity. The knight stepped away from the army ranks, with Khalid ibn al-Walid following behind. The knight revealed himself, and there was the surprise. It was a woman, Khawla bint al-Azwar, an Arab Muslim woman fighting with the Muslim army under the great commander Khalid ibn al-Walid. She came to fight after hearing about her brother's capture in the war to search for him and free him, fighting alongside the men without fear. At that time, they saw a Roman contingent approaching them, and Khalid ibn al-Walid ordered his troops to attack. The Romans surrendered, and Khalid asked their commander about Dirar ibn al-Azwar, who had been captured by a group of soldiers and was being sent to their king under the guard of 100 knights to Homs. Khalid ibn al-Walid ordered a group of soldiers to go after her brother, Dirar ibn al-Azwar, to search for him. She joined them, and they pursued the Roman soldiers who had captured her brother, engaging in fierce and violent combat until they defeated the Romans, killing them all and freeing her brother, the hero Dirar ibn al-Azwar. Her victories in battles continued alongside the men, proving she was a woman worth 1,000 men and a knight worth 1,000 knights. This is the woman who led the female captives from the enemy soldiers in Syria, instilling courage in their hearts, showing that Muslim women live with dignity, not as slaves. Despite the strictness of their guards in captivity, she led the women in a fight against their enemies without weapons, using tent poles instead. She defied the chains to save herself and her companions, knowing neither defeat nor fearing death. They returned to the ranks of the Muslim army, with her addressing the women, saying, "We are the daughters of heroes, and our blows are well known. We kindle the fire in the hearts of enemies. Today you drink the greatest of agonies." Khawla's battles didn't end in the Levant. Her brother was captured again in the Battle of Marj Rahit, and she broke through the ranks for him, participating in the Battle of Antioch and the conquest of Egypt. Khawla bint al-Azwar became a living legend, her story passed down through the ages, a tale from ancient times when one woman stood against an entire army, defending her land, faith, and raising the banner of Islam, instilling fear in the hearts of her enemies. Khawla passed away in the final caliphate of Uthman ibn Affan in 35 AH. She is one of the most honorable Muslim women, a woman worth 1,000 knights, whose name is etched in the pages of history. We will meet again with another story of a figure who left a mark in history,